Now at 4, a daughter finds her mother stabbed to death. We're live on the scene with the most recent developments. Plus, it's flu season. We'll tell you where you can get your flu shot.
The much anticipated cold front is getting closer to the Arklatex. We'll track it through the Arklatex, and I'll tell you when you're going to start to feel its impacts in your forecast.
President Trump makes another comment about the NFL protest. Hear why he thinks the league is going downhill. And let's get ready to rumble. The WWE is coming to the Arklatex. Find out where and when it's coming to your town. I'm Melissa Kakarika in for Marie Waxel. KSLA News 12 now at 4 starts right now.
Today's news right now. You're watching KSLA News 12 now at 4.
Now at 4, we're learning new information about the woman stabbed to death in her Shreveport home last night. Neighbors tell us they think they know the people police are looking for. Officers responded just after 8:30 last night to the home on East Washington Street in the Anderson Island area. Police say the victim's daughter found her mother unresponsive next to the bed. KSLA News 12's Eric Pointer went back out to the house today and spoke with neighbors. Eric, what did they have to tell you about this?
Well, I'm here in the 800 block of East Washington Street. The house where it happened at is right here behind me. I spoke with a neighbor earlier today who said that there's a couple, a man and a woman, who are oftentimes in this area asking to do things for money, asking to do things like mow lawns and yard work. So she said yesterday morning she saw that couple at her neighbor's house. Now, that neighbor has been identified as 82-year-old Kathleen Cates, and police say that she was stabbed multiple times in the neck and the stomach area and had marks on her arm. Now, her car was also reported missing, so they believe that's stolen. That's something that police are looking for right now. And police said that her daughter found her laying dead next to her bed. Now, the neighbor I spoke with said that of the couple, like I said, a man and a woman, the woman is described as being less than 5 feet tall. She said maybe 100 pounds, if that even. And she didn't have a description for the man in that couple. She said that they told her that they were married. So a husband and a wife is who police are looking for. Now, they haven't been named as suspects yet, but police believe that they were potentially out here doing yard work, and that yard work isn't finished. There's still piles of leaves and everything in that front yard. So coming up next at 5 and 6, I'll have more on what the neighbors told me about the couple and also some concerns that have arisen ever since this happened. So for now, reporting live in Shreveport, Eric Pointer, KSLA News 12.
One man is spending the afternoon behind bars in Lafayette County following a shooting that sent another man to the hospital. The sheriff's office first got the call regarding this shooting near Battle Street in Louisville. The caller said a vehicle had been shot at. When deputies arrived, they found Clifton Johnson with a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover. Markeith Anderson was arrested this morning and charged with 1 count of first-degree battery and 3 counts of aggravated assault. An update about a missing man we first told you about on KSLA News 12 at noon. This man, Robert George, has been found and is safe. Here's a better look at Robert. Harrison County investigators say he was found at a rehab center in Sulphur Springs, Texas. Robert was last seen on September 3rd, walking away from his home in Harrison County. Investigators have not said how Robert got to the center. New at 4, we just learned moments ago that the Marshall Police Department is expected to appoint the new police chief tomorrow. Back in April of this year, former police chief Jesus Eddie Campa resigned. An interim police chief was then appointed 1 month later. A commission meeting is set for tomorrow at 6. Also now at 4, it's that time of year. Willis Knighton is once again offering drive-through flu shots to keep people healthy this year. But now they're offering the drive-through shots in Shreveport at the Willis Knighton Quick Care Forbing location off of Ellerby Road. Doctors advise you to get your flu shot early this year.
With them recommending that you go ahead and get your flu shot a little earlier than usual, there is a little concern that it might be a little tougher flu season this year.
The shots will be available until 7 tonight. If you missed today's clinic, don't worry, there's another one next Tuesday at the Quick Care in Bossier. Saving lives. That was the theme today as the American Red Cross of Northwest Louisiana continued its Sound the Alarm campaign in Shreveport. Their goal is to install 1,000 smoke alarms in high-risk neighborhoods throughout Shreveport. Volunteers went door to door today in Moortown and Houghton, installing smoke detectors free of charge. Many either didn't have any or had some that weren't working. Residents had the choice of having up to 3 detectors installed. One volunteer says she has firsthand experience with the importance of smoke detectors.
A tree fell in my living room. If it wasn't for that smoke detector, because when the tree fell, it bust my gas line. Wow. And it saved my life, really. Literally, it saved my life.
On Saturday, volunteers will be in the Pepper Point Park and Hay Meadow communities in Bossier City. Traffic is moving just fine on this sunny afternoon. You're taking a live look at Common and Blanchard on Interstate 20. We're giving you the green light on your drive home from work. No traffic concerns that we know of to warn you about. Right now, let's check in with James Parrish for a closer look at that forecast outside. James?
Good afternoon, Melissa, and once again we are dealing with some summertime sizzle all across the Arklatex. In fact, today was the 12th consecutive day that we hit 90 degrees in Shreveport, and that's where we're at right now. 90 degrees in Shreveport, 94 in Natchitoches, 85 is the cool spot in DeQueen, if you could call that cool. Now, DeQueen is a little bit cooler than the rest of the Arklatex because we do have some showers and some thunder showers that have developed in the heat of the day across the Arklatex. Here's a quick look at live first alert Doppler. We're not seeing much rain at all, but we do have a few pop-up showers and thunder showers, mainly across parts of Wynn Parish in northwest Louisiana, but a little bit more widespread rain across parts of McCurtain County in southeast Oklahoma, because that's where that much anticipated cold front is. So we are seeing some more showers and thunderstorms develop just ahead of that front. Now, I'm not expecting much rain this evening, but I'm going to leave in at least a slight chance of rain, but most of us are going to stay dry, except temperatures to slowly drop through the 80s this evening. So if you are going to go for a midweek workout, make sure to take some water with you. But I promise cooler air is on the way. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes.
Now at 4, the desperation in Puerto Rico is growing in the wake of Hurricane Maria. 1 week after the storm, the island's electrical grid is still down. At last check, 16 deaths are blamed on Maria and its aftermath, and officials say the situation could get worse if emergency supplies aren't distributed soon. Temperatures have reached 90 degrees and nearly half the island has no water. The Trump administration is sending more military personnel and ships to Puerto Rico to help with the growing crisis. Coca-Cola says it will donate $2 million to the Red Cross after recent natural disasters. The money is aimed at helping with hurricane aid. The company will also give $1 million to the Salvation Army and another $2 million for reconstruction in Mexico. Moments ago, President Trump touched down in Indiana, where he will provide more details of his proposed tax reform plan. The proposal will slash the corporate tax rate from 35% to 20%. 7 tax brackets will become 3 at 35%, 25%, and 12%. That cuts a tax rate for the wealthiest Americans and creates a higher one for the poorest. The plan will not impact the deduction for mortgage interest and charitable deductions. Before Trump left for Indiana, he made another comment about the NFL protest.
The NFL is in a very bad box. You cannot have people disrespecting our national anthem, our flag, our country, and that's what they're doing. And in my opinion, the NFL has to change. Or you know what's going to happen? Their business is going to go to hell.
President Trump goes on to say we have to have respect for the national anthem and the country. The statement comes following several NFL teams kneeling during the national anthem during games. Governor John Bel Edwards responds after some Saints players did not stand for the national anthem Sunday. He says while he recognizes they have a First Amendment right to protest, he believes there are more effective ways to go about it. Governor Edwards also says, quote, the state must continue to meet its contractual obligations with the Saints. We will work with the legislature and other officials to ensure complete transparency as to what those obligations are, end quote. The Bossier Parish School Board released a statement today as well from Superintendent Scott Smith regarding the national anthem. Here's a look at that. Smith's statement reads, freedom is not free. Each day, the men and women at Barksdale Air Force Base and in other branches of the military in Bossier Parish and throughout the nation don a uniform and put their lives at risk as they proudly serve and protect us with honor. The least Bossier schools can do is expect our student athletes to stand in solidarity when the national anthem is played at sporting events in honor of those sacrifices, end quote. If you'd like to read the entire statement, you can head over to KSLA.com or you can read it on our mobile app. Even though Hurricane Harvey is long gone, people in Texas still feeling the effects. Now, one woman is dead due to a flesh-eating bacteria from the storm. And Sonic might be among the latest companies targeted by hackers. What you need to know if you've eaten there.
We hit 90 degrees for the 12th consecutive straight day today, but that streak is about to come to an end. I'm tracking a cool down in your forecast right up after the break.